I could be doing like this, it could be doing like this, same thing. What you want to do is always keep your chest and hip in facing the same direction. But the most important part of this practice here is being aware of the present moment, how you're positioning your body. Be comfortable wherever you are and just try things out. There are two ways to keep the balance. One is having more strength, another one is having more focus. Pattern of inhale up, exhale down. That's the most important thing to practice, synchronizing movements with your breath. Stress, loosening it out. Tad sāksim ar mantru OM. Sastāv no trim skaņām A, O un M. Nav svarīgi, kur ir skaļāka, klusāka, ilgāka. Nav svarīgi. Svarīgi, ka izjūt tās vibrācijas ķermenī un vibrācijas tās, ka palīdz var arī nav svarīgi. Vairāk priekš kautrīgiem cilvēkiem, kas negrib vai vispār domā, kam tās mantras vajadzīgas. Tas tā kā runāt vai dziedāt. Tad tas princips, ko vēlamies vienkārši dzirdēt vibrācijas sevī, sajust, un tās vibrācijas tev arī ieliek esošajā momentā. Arī elpu izstiepjamies uz augšu, un arī zelpu noliekam rokas priekšā krūtīm, lūkšanas pozā, dziļa ielpa, var aiztaisīt acis, sagatavojamies mantrai. Kamēr mēs šeit stāvam, un pirms sākam nodarbību, fizisko daļu nodarbībai. Sāksim ar nolūku šai praksē. Nolūks varbūt jebkas, kā mēs varam noteikt, cik veiksmīgi ir bijusi mūsu prakse. Nolūks varbūt relaksēties, vai kļūt vairāk enerģiskākam, vai vienkārši zinātkāri uz esošo momentu. Un ar šo nolūku centīsimies atcerēties vairākas reizes un atgriezties pie šī nolūka praktizēšanas nodarbības laikā. Un, kad esam gatavi, varam atvērt acis, nolikt rokas gar sāniem. Want to join for yoga class?
Isn't it over already?
No, we're just starting. Mats are there in the corner if you want any time. If you change your mind, if you want to do it now. We're just starting now.
I might just get another pair of pants then. Yeah?
Huh? Okay,
I get another pair
go
of
for it.
pants.
Okay, then switch to English, is okay? Let's switch to English. And what I usually like to do is do a mix of everything, all kinds of traditions. And jumping. You can do like gentle twist, like this, if you want it more relaxed. You can also be more active. And idea is to just shake the body out. Could be like this, any kind of shaking butt, shoulders. And you might know that any movements, any shaking is stress release.
Okay, good enough.
Yeah, any even like seizures like this, that's stress release. Shaking the butt, dancing, stress release. Chewing, stress release. So you have a chewing gum.
People always do that when they are stressed.
Yeah, like animals, people, everything. All this is relating to stress release. So if you have some kind of stress, physical, mental, whatever, this is a way to release it from a physical point of view. You can also dance if you want. Any movements whatsoever. So you're kind of preparing your body, releasing stress, loosening it out, and also bringing a bit of blood flow into the system. So it's win-win. So we're flushing out also the hormones. If we had something we didn't want, it just helps to get everything activated. Also kind of exploring the body. You can shake things out. Now let's go for clapping our body, just giving a massage. You can clap like this if you want a more active, and if you want for relaxing, because you said you also want a bit relaxed, you could also massage or like this, anything. Basically, the idea is to bring a bit of blood flow into the body, pay attention to it, you kind of check in and just hug yourself, maybe even just take care. As I said, depending on your intention, there's many ways how you do the same thing. I could be doing like this, it could be doing like this, same thing. Different experience. So try to go through most of the body if you can. You can rub yourself, you can dust yourself off, just giving you lots of ideas what can be done. Gentle massage. Let's go for the head. You can massage, tap. Yeah, the mats are there in the corner.
Yeah.
We might need to put more space here. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. So we're just tapping into our body. We already started with mantra Om and a bit of shaking and jumping, which is stress release. Now we're just checking into the body and just waking everything up. And from here you can continue this if you want. If you feel like there's a part of body that really needs attention, like neck sometimes, or shoulders, which are the first places the stress gets stored in the body physically. Like usually like tense, that's why it's there, because it's there. So you can stay anywhere you want, or you can go for the next one already, which would be Tai Chi Twists. And you just twist from side to side. This is a gentle way of warming up the spine. Yeah. Gentle way of warming up the spine. And try to keep your hips and shoulders and chest in one line. So instead of twisting like this, what you want to do is always keep your chest and hip in the facing the same direction. And idea here is also to completely relax the arms. So arms should be completely relaxed. Idea they only move because we're moving the body to one direction, and as we're moving it to the other direction, it just by the force of momentum, they just continue movements. And this is the level 1. You can stay here, that's all perfectly fine, you can just feel it. Level 2 will be bending only the elbow and tapping your belly. So the difficult part here is keep the arms completely relaxed except the elbow. It's more of a coordination exercise. Same thing for the back hand. You could gently tap your kidney behind the back. Could be quite difficult to understand how to bend only your elbow if you haven't done this before. Could be easy. You can also go for the chest, same thing. Just a bit more bending, exploring the body, continue the tap, and continue observing your breath. As you do these movements, stay in the present moment. And always go for the shoulders as well. These are all things and suggestions. I am just giving you options. It's up to you to always to decide how you want to practice, where you want to go, and what you don't want to do. You can try it and return to any other options. And from here, let's stop at the middle. Separate your legs 2 hip width apart. With inhalation, let's reach up to the sky. And exhalation, bend your knees, bend your elbows. squat down. Inhale up, let's move with the breath. Exhale down. Bend your elbows and try to keep them 90-degree angle. Inhale. So you continue with your own breathing. You can do it faster or slower than I am doing it. So I can continue introducing to things to pay attention. So you don't have to follow exactly how I'm doing it. If you want, you can, of course. But the most important part of this practice here is being aware of the present moment, how you're positioning your body. So you're trying to notice that your elbows don't go past 90 degrees, so they stay parallel to the ground. And try to bring the elbows back, opening at the chest. Yes. Try to keep your fingers straight, separated, palms facing forward. And as we continue this, you can slow down your breathing, which means also slowing down the movements. And slower and deeper the breathing, the more relaxation you experience. The faster the breathing, more shallow, more activating. Inhale up, exhale down. Continue. Would you like to be adjusted? Okay. Continue the movements. So idea is to have the shoulders open. And as you go down, continue movements. Yeah. So you don't pass, straighten out as much as you can even stretch if you want as you go up. And as you go down, don't pass the line here. Yeah, awesome. Un tev var atveram krūtis, cik varam. Cenšamies nenolaisties zem 90 grādiem. Rokas ir. Un, turpini. One more inhale up. Really stretch up to the sky. And with exhalation down and stay there for a couple of breaths. Open the chest. Be aware to the arms. If you need to, you can watch to one side, to other one. Just to check. And then look forward or close your eyes. And stay here for 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Exhalation, bring your hands in front of you, go down in a squat. Try to find a comfortable squat here. You can go from side to side, explore your hips. We're just warming up, so try to feel comfortable here. And as we're here, let's sit down on the ground and hug your knees to the chest, balancing your sitting bones. Let's hold it for 5. 4. Put a smile on your face, don't take it so seriously. Yoga can be serious, but we're also going to be playful. Depending what kind of intention you set in the beginning of the class. Would you like to be like training discipline, or would you like to be more of a curiosity? What can I discover today in my practice? So it all depends on intention for the practice. You can practice the same things, everything the same, with different emotions cultivating. And that's part of the yoga also, to be master of your body, mind and heart. To cultivate the emotions, experiences, feelings, sensations, what you want. Okay, from here, let's turn up to the front of the mat, wherever that is for you. Now let's go for Navasana, one of my favorite ones, and I'm teaching it slightly different than I've been taught myself. So here we're practicing mindset of staying longer and practicing kind of a compound effect, where we try to find a really comfortable place where you already can feel the abs working. So you could use one of the hands, and if you feel the tension, maybe you could turn around the other side so you can see me better. Yeah. So idea here is to find a really comfortable place where you could stay for a couple of minutes whilst your abs are already engaged. So put your hand, and if they're slightly hard, you're already doing work. So this is your safe house, where you can always come back, because we're going to stay there for a minute or two, maybe even more. And what I want you to teach your body is that you don't give up, you just level down. you're just taking it more easy. You slow down, but you keep on moving and keep on practicing. So we already started practicing, so try to lean down, be in your safe house. Your abs are already working as I'm talking and expressing all the levels and all the options you could do. So arms help to keep the balance, so you could actually leverage force of the shoulders, and your lower back and abs are working less. So if this is too easy and you want a bit more adventures and more exercise and faster progress for training abs, you lean a bit more backwards. And you can start lifting your heels off the ground. This is another safe house you could stay in, probably also for a couple of minutes, especially if you start using the strength of the arms. So that's the intention, to find those safe houses and remember them where to come back to, instead of giving out of the position. Next, you could start lifting your legs off the ground. And as I said, you could probably stay here less than before, but also still probably reasonably comfortable, especially if you engage your arms and shoulders to help you to stay there. If this is too easy, you can always release the hands and bring them parallel to the ground. At some point I will start countdown for how long we're gonna stay here, but for the moment just try to be comfortable wherever you are and just try things out. And feel free to switch between different safe houses. And if this is too easy, you can always try to straighten your legs out. So there's many options and variations how to experience this pose, and you have to be the one who's deciding where and how you want to experience this practice. And okay, from this moment on, let's stay here for 5 deep breaths. So you can choose, you can judge how you want to do it. So 5. Try to really slow down your breathing. Exhale. 4. You don't have to push yourself anywhere you don't want to go, and remind yourself intention of practice. Smile. 3. Teach your body to enjoy these moments of 2 and 1. Exhalation. Cross your legs, lean forward, put your hands on the ground and lift your butt off the ground. You can stay here lifting your butt off the ground, but if you want to play around, you can lift one leg, other one, or maybe both at the same time.
No.
As I said, it's a playful thing that you could do, and even just lifting the butt off is already strengthening your wrists, it's already strengthening your abs, so this is perfectly fine to stay here. Go for it. If you want, you can join as well. There's mats in the corner. Okay, let's bring ourselves down and let's go for another Navasana, boat pose. So we lean back. This time we're not going to stay there as long as before. We're just doing it second time. So this time let's stay only for 5. Choose your level. 4. And really observe your breath. There's one more really nice test. 3. I like to offer my students is a talking test. 2 and 1. Same thing, we cross our legs, lean forward and lift our butt off the ground. So sometimes people like to push themselves too much into the practice and they try to exert too much strength in there. And one way how you can know that you're still doing yoga instead of forcing yourself is if you can say your name with a regular voice in a posture, you're doing fine. But if your voice starts shaking, like mine a bit of moment at them, or it's starting to make weird noises, you're probably pushing yourself too much. So that's a nice test, because sometimes teachers for yoga, let's continue with something else, go for cat and cow. Inhale forward, exhale tabletop. Because I like to do practice as I'm talking, so I like to move my body. I don't like to stay in just sitting and not doing anything. So inhale, open, exhale, close. So as you inhale, open up the chest, pelvis up. As you exhale, chin to the chest, pelvis forward. Really press your arms firmly into the ground. As you do this movement, synchronize your movements with your breath. You breathe faster, your movements are faster. You breathe slower, your movements are slower. And if we're coming back to the previous story about the breath, so if your voice starts changing, that's a sign of pushing yourself too hard. And as you practice, that level pushes away as well. So you can do it, able to withstand postures for longer, stronger. But I really encourage you to try this out whenever you practice, if you're able to talk with a regular voice. Because just breathing, sometimes it's a bit too abstract. Okay, I'm breathing, am I holding my breath or I'm not holding my breath? But if I'm talking, I'm fine. So continue these movements. When you do the cow pose, as you do the cow pose, open up the chest, pelvis up, and try to really bring your shoulders back and down as chest points forward, and feel the belly and feel the lower spine. And as you do the cat pose, try to really squeeze your hands into the ground, really tilt your pelvis forward and chin to the chest. So try to really do the full range of motion and even stay there for a split second. And from here, with exhalation, go down into the child's pose, sitting down on your heels and forehead on the ground. Let's do a bit of a breathing here as we try to relax and observe our body. A bit of mindfulness here. So try to slow down the breathing and notice the parts where you're actually touching the ground. Let's do a deep inhale for count of 4, 3, 2, and 1. And a bit slower exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. With inhalation, slide your hands forward into the puppy pose. Chest on the ground, arms forward, stretch your shoulders. If you need to, go a bit more forward so your chest is actually touching the ground. Yeah. Or walk backwards. Nice. This is amazing for stretching your shoulders, relaxing. Let's stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sphinx. With inhalation, bend your elbows, bring your pelvis onto the ground, open up the chest, shoulders back and down, bend your knees, separate your knees, plants of the feet together. Chest goes forward, shoulders back and down, arms firmly into the ground, and really feel that lower back here. This is really nice for lower back warm up, strengthening, and just tuning it out. So stay here, and I will go around to adjust you. So attention here to bring your shoulders back and down. Perfect. Chest forward and really feel the lower back. Yeah. Same here. Shoulders back and down, chest forward, and feel the lower back. And you can bring your palms towards yourself, like really put more tension if you want. That puts more force on your lower back if you pull your hands towards yourself. That's one way of doing it. So you can get deeper into the pose. You don't have to, but that's an option you have. And you can stay here if you want, or with next inhalation, lift your chin up to the sky. Going a bit deeper. And exhalation back to the middle. Inhale here, exhale, twist to the left. And as you exhale, try to twist as much as you can. Hold it for 3. Keep your shoulders back and down. 2. And 1. With a smile back to the middle, remind yourself intention of the class, and with exhalation twist to the right. Synchronizing movements with the breath, staying aware in the present moment for 3, 2, and 1. Inhalation back to the middle. Exhale here. Inhale, look up, chin up. Exhale, release. Lower yourself onto the ground, elbows to the body, arms to the chest, upward facing dog. Inhale up, open up the chest, look up. And exhalation, downward facing dog. Let's walk our first dog. Feel the body, feel the hamstrings, bend your knees, keep your knees bent. And most important thing here in a downward facing dog is stretching your shoulders. Bringing your butt back and up, and chest closer to your knees. And once you feel confident enough, you can stop walking, or you can continue walking, it's up to you. Really bringing the chest closer to your knees. Yep. Looking between the legs so your neck is relaxed. You can feel shaking your neck out. And you stay or walk in this pose for 5, 4, 3, well done, very good, 2, and 1. With inhalation, step forward into the halfway up, spine parallel to ground. Exhale here. With inhalation, open up the arms parallel to ground in a cross. Exhale here. Hold it for 3. Keep on breathing. Very good. 2 and 1. Twist. Left hand onto the ground. Bend your left knee. Exhalation. Twist into the... lifting up your right hand up to the sky. Hold it for 3, 2 and 1. Exhalation. Forward bend and switch sides. Right hand onto the ground. Bend your right knee. Straighten your left leg. Twist. Looking, open up your left hand up to the sky. Looking up. Hold it for 3. Open up the chest. 2 and 1. With a smile. Back to the middle into the forward bend. Shake your neck and let's stay here for 5. Really try to let the gravity do the work for you. 4, 3, 2 and 1. With inhalation, gently, with a couple of breaths if need to, stand up into the mountain pose. As you stand up, reach your hands up to the sky, lift your heels off the ground, reach up and hold it for 3, 2 and 1. Exhalation, lower your hands down. You can go in front of a chest prayer position and then slowly bringing off to the sides. Let's do a bit of a mountain pose correction. So mountain pose is tilting the pelvis slightly forwards because regular people, the regular stance is the butt is slightly backwards. So we want to compensate. Our intention with what we're doing now is straightening your spine as much as we can, doing those gentle compensations. So for most people, you need to put your butt slightly forward, and you can put your hands behind here to feel how flat it is. Just we can play around the tilting the cat and cow here to see where the middle is. Then you want to contract your abdominal muscles slightly inwards. It's not pulling your abdomen inward, it's not completely relaxed, it's just slightly contracted from the sides, so you feel the bit of the toning. And also, that's one of the things to concentrate on. So instead of having your mind and thoughts wandering around, you can concentrate on your body. It brings you to the present moment. So abs, and also helps to strengthen the abs and lower back, support for lower back. So kind of keeps you in the balance. So you want to bring your shoulders back and down slightly so you can open up the chest. But you don't want to exaggerate as well. So be aware that you're not closed, you're not too much open, you're just in the middle. Just in balance. Chin slightly tucked in and top of the head pointing upwards. And this is your mountain pose. And from here, let's go for a tree pose. Sliding your right leg towards your ankle. You can lift it up if you want, as much as you want. You can even go for inner thigh. One of my favorites is actually going for a half lotus here. The most important thing here is to strike a balance on your left leg. You can use a wall, any objects if you need to hold the balance, if it's more useful for you. The easiest version for the hands would be the up to the sides. So you find your place for the leg. Once your leg is fine, you find your position with the arms. You can stay here. If you want a bit more intense, you can bring them in the front of the chest. You can start bringing them up above the head. Just play around, see where you feel confident. If this is too easy and you like to challenge yourself, you can start looking down and you lift your gaze up, 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 until you start shaking a bit. The more you look up, the harder it gets. And even if this is too easy, you can always close your eyes. So each of these things might introduce into practicing a bit slightly different posture called falling tree. That's another posture you can try, experience, and come back to the tree. And from here, let's grab our knee towards the chest. Bring your arms over to your right knee towards the chest. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten your right leg in front of you. Try to keep it as straight as possible. Try not to kick too much people around, and hold it for 4, 3, 2, you can use a wall if necessary, 1. Bend your right leg, grab it by the ankle, bring your knees together. With inhalation, lift up your left arm up to the sky. Option 1, you can stay here and just balance. Bring your knees together, your right heel towards the ground. If you want to be a bit more playful and try to see if you're strong enough, you can forward bend into the dancing warrior and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With inhalation, gently and with control, returning back to the previous option. And with exhalation, release your legs, check them out. We don't want to bring any stress towards the practice. We release, check them out. We try to be comfortable here. And now we're going to do the same thing for the other side. So we start with the tree pose, sliding your leg up to the inner thigh if possible. If you want, you can always try the half lotus. I'm doing half lotus because usually I have some slippery shorts, and for me here it's a bit harder to maintain the pose, and it just feels nicer for me personally. As I said, intention here is to stay here and strengthen your right leg and keep the balance. And the balance is a funny thing, especially if you're practicing inversions and arm balances, which I am. You notice pretty quickly there are 2 ways to keep the balance. One is having more strength, another one is having more focus. So if you have strong legs, in this case, it's easier to keep the balance and lose the focus. So it's okay, stronger my legs, more playful I can be, and more unfocused I can be, and I can still stay here. The weaker the legs, the more easier you notice that you're losing your focus. Because as you lose the focus, your mind and eyes start wandering, you start losing your way. And the same thing happens when you close the eyes. You can notice quite quickly, as you lose the focus, where you focus on, you lose the balance. So that's 2 things to keep in mind, how to stay in the balance for longer, if that's the case, what you want to practice. And from here, let's grab our left knee towards the chest. Bring it higher up, hug it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten your left leg in front of you. Keep it as high as you can. And just stay here for 5. Smile and remind yourself the intention of the practice. 2, and 1. Bend your knee, grab the ankle. Bring the both knees together. With inhalation, lift up your right hand up to the sky. You can stay here. If you want, you can do the dancing warrior to the other side. Try to bring your left knee as high as you can. Try to pull your left leg towards the back as you open up your chest and stretch your left shoulder. For 3. Keep observing your breath. 2, and 1. With inhalation and control, and a big smile on your face, return back to the middle. And exhalation, release. Shake your legs out. Give them a massage, congratulate themselves. Tap them. Anything that needs to relax, release any tension. And from here on, let's go for sun salutation. So step in the front of the mat and into the mountain pose, and with inhalation lift your hands up, look up, exhalation forward, bend all the way down and relax. With inhalation halfway up, spine parallel to the ground, and with exhalation arms on the ground, step back into the plank. Let's hold the pose for a while. For 5. If you want a bit more easy, you can bring your knees on the ground. If you want more hard, you lean forward. 3, 2, and 1. Exhalation, lower yourself all the way down to the ground or lower plank. With inhalation, upward facing dog, feet flat, well done. And with exhalation, downward facing dog. We're gonna stay here in down dog for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With inhalation, jump, step forward, halfway up, spine parallel to the ground. Exhalation forward, bend all the way down to the ground. Inhalation, stand up, reach your hands up to the sky. Exhalation, mountain pose. Let's do one more. Inhale up, reach up, stretch your arms to the sky. Exhale down, float down gently towards the forward bend. Inhalation, halfway up, spine parallel to the ground. And exhalation, step back, jump back into the lower plank directly. Bend your elbows or all the way to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open up the chest, shoulders back and down. And with exhalation, downward facing dog. There's no need to rush. Do it, the movements with your own breath, your own breathing, so you feel confident. You can do slower or faster than I am doing it. Just pay attention to the pattern of inhale, up, exhale, down. That's the most important thing to practice, synchronizing movements with your breath. Let's take one more deep inhale here, and with exhalation, push your chest closer to your knees, deeper into the down dog, and with inhalation, jump or step or hop, or halfway up, exhale down, forward bend all the way down. Inhalation, bend your knees, chair pose. Lift up your arms and stay in the chair for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward bend, parallel to the ground, still in a chair pose. For 3, arms forward. Try to bring your chest closer to your knees. 3, 2, and 1. Lift your chest up, lift your heels, balancing squat. Arms up to the sky. You can point them in the form of a pistol if you want. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Exhalation, bring your arms to the ground, step your left leg back. Low lunge. With inhalation, lift your arms up to the sky. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhalation, straighten your right leg. Forward bend towards your right leg. Bring your pelvis back. And here, the most important thing is that leg is straight. You can use your hands wherever you need to. And only with the leg straight, you forward bend. If you can, try to activate your toes pointing towards yourself and upward. There's no need to go any lower than you think you should be going. Just enjoy the pose. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With inhalation, bend your right knee, bring your pelvis forward, arms to the ground, step back into the plank. Inhale here. Exhale, hold. With inhalation, bring your left leg forward, right knee on the ground. With next inhalation, lift your arms up to the sky. Open up the chest, low lunge. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhalation. Straighten your left leg, bring your pelvis back, forward bend towards your left leg. Try to relax, activate your leg. Now let's slow down our breathing a bit so you can relax into the pose. Any gains in flexibility comes through the relaxation and teaching your body that it's safe to be in this pose. So let's use our breath to relax as we prolong our exhalations longer than inhalations and slowing and making them deeper and deeper for 3, 2, and 1. Bend your left leg, pelvis forward, arms sliding and stepping back. Inhale into the plank. Exhale, hold. Now let's go for a pigeon pose. Right leg forward, bend your knee, slide your left leg back, open up the chest. Option 1, you can stay upright in the pigeon. Option 2, forward bend. Slide yourself down and hang over your right leg. Try to find a comfortable place on your mat as you stay here and enjoy the pigeon pose for 10. Slow down your breathing, 9. And try to relax. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. For the last one, take a really long inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and slightly longer exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhalation, lift up towards the seated pigeon pose. Smile to the sun. Exhale here. With inhalation, step back into the plank. Exhale here. Shake your legs if necessary. Do whatever you want. Do any kind of movements to release the tension. And whenever ready, switch side. With inhalation, sliding your left leg forward, opening up the chest, shoulders back and down. Sitting lower, lowering yourself. You can stay here, or with next exhalation, forward bend. And slow down, lower yourself down into the lower pigeon pose. And continue here, breathing, relaxing, and sinking down deeper into the pose. Try to slow down your breathing, observe your breath, and remind yourself intention of the practice. One of the benefits of reminding yourself to smile during the practice is that it releases the happy hormones into your body, and it's more likely that you will practice again, specific pose, specific practice. So if you want to practice yoga more of obvious reasons for health benefits, strength and flexibility, if you're smiling throughout the practice, you're more likely to want to do it more. So even if it's a fake smile, it still releases hormones. So even a fake smile is welcome here. Sometimes they say fake it till you make it. Well, sometimes it works. So you lay here and try to relax for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a really deep inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, and 1. And try to slow down your exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And with next inhalation, lift yourself up into the upright pigeon pose. Exhale here. With inhalation, step back, slide your back leg to the flank, shake, do any kind of movements you want to. And from here, let's find ourselves into the easy seated position. Slide your legs, cross them out, bring your back onto the ground. From here, bring your arms behind the back, interlace the fingers, open up the chest, and go for a forward bend. And let's hold the forward bend for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With inhalation, keep your arms behind the back and lift yourself up into the seated position. Exhale here, arms behind the back and lifting up. Hold it for 3, opening up the chest, 2, and 1. Exhalation, release your arms, shake them out. Now let's go for a bit of a breathing exercise. Nadi Shodhana, balanced breathing. So bringing your right hand on your right nostril, close your right nostril, inhale to the left. Close your left, open right, exhale. Next inhalation to your right. Change, close your right, open left, exhale. Continue on the same pattern. Inhale, straighten your spine, open up the chest, exhale. Inhale, change and exhale. Feel free to do it faster or slower and just observe the openness of each nostril, following the pattern. Inhale, change and exhale. Notice how one nostril is a bit more open than the other one, and also notice as you keep on practicing, they balance, equal out. One more inhale to the right and finish up by exhaling to the left. You might take a couple of rounds, and as you finish exhaling to your left, return back to normal breathing. Observe your mind, observe your body. And let's do a bumblebee breath. So bumblebee breath is closing your eyes, putting your index and middle fingers on top of your eyes to make them a bit more darker. Closing your ears with the thumbs. You can close your ears like this, or you can put your thumbs inside of the ear. It's up to you how you choose to close the ears. Then you bring your ring finger on top of your nostrils. You try to open up the chest, straighten your spine, elbows, bring them back. And as you inhale, you will exhale through the nose. closing or opening your nostrils, slow down the exhale, and humming the letter M. Same with the mantra Om, doesn't matter the pitch, the speed and loudness. The most important thing here is to feel the vibrations inside of your head, inside of your body. So let's start. You can do a couple of times, couple of rounds, one time, 2 times, 3 times, it's up to you. So inhale, and exhaling, hum the letter M. And if you feel ready to finish the practice, bring your hands in front of your chest, pray position. And let's finish it with mantra Om, which consists of 3 sounds, A, O, and M. As before, do it as loud or quiet as you want, as long as you feel those vibrations shaking up your body. Take a deep inhale in. Let's spend the last moments of the practice one more time tuning into the body. Notice how you feel physically. Observe your senses and sensations. Feel free to cover your hands on top of your heart, taking a deeper inhale and connecting with your heart, physical heart. Exhaling, try to relax your body and notice the feelings, how you feel emotionally. Notice if there's any correlation with your physical senses and feelings emotionally. And as you stay present, let's switch our awareness towards our mind, observing your thoughts, how they enter and exit the mind. Feel free to observe either your physical body, emotions, or your mind, or just focusing on your breath for a couple more moments here. Feel free to remind yourself the intention of the practice. Remind yourself to pay attention to your breath. And as you sit here, feel free to express gratitude towards yourself for investing to explore your mind, body, and heart. Raise your mental and physical fitness. Maybe even emotional fitness. Whenever ready, feel free to open up your eyes, put your hands back in a pray position. Namaste. Thank you. So thank you very much for this practice. Hope you enjoyed. If you have anything to share, you can share. If you want to share just your smile, it's also welcome. As I here, I'm practicing 3 times a week, Mondays, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7:30 in the morning, 45 minutes to 1 hour, depending on a group or class. Classes are mostly for the guests here. They're donation based. Any donations, monetary or social media support are welcome. For the outside guests, €8 for the class. And that's it.
Thank you.
I always welcome any kind of social media support.
Yeah.
So there's a poster up there on the table for a QR code and my handles. Thank you so much,
Thank you so much.
and see you in the next one. Smile and be present.